wanted Stan Lee to do this segment, but that wasn't gonna happen. So we got the fifth best thing. It's Roger the Stan Lee Experience, and Roger's look at superheroes in video games.
Hello, and welcome to... Turn the music off. Turn the music off! Sorry about that. Hello, friends. I'm Roger the Stan Lee Experience, and I'm here to tell you about superheroes in video games. For those of you clueless enough to not know who I am, here are a few of my best bits. Now roll the clips, moron! You!
Galactus was my idea. I told Koibi he's a big guy in a purple suit that eats planets to sustain life. Kinda like how I your wife last night. So I'm Jack Koibi's wife, and he just walks right in on us, and we look at each other. And that's how we came up with the idea for the Mole Man. Bendis is good because he writes 5 books a month. That. Back in my day, I wrote 17 books a week and Koibi's wife on the side.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Better than this network deserves. Let's get right to it. The greatest superhero of all time. A friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Look at him. Each game is better than the next. I get aroused just thinking about the billions I made off it. Look at the way Spidey swings through New York, just like I pictured it all those years ago. You've seen great games, true believers. Now get ready for the bad games. And by bad, I mean some people think that Batman video games are fun. Some people are real douchebags.
Now you stop right there, Roger the Stan Lee Experience!
What the Who the hell are you?
We tried to get Bob Kane, creator of Batman, to do this interview, but he turned us down. Or he died years ago. Whatever. So we got the ninth best thing. It's Eddie, the Bob Kane phenomenon.
I'm sick of you making fun of Batman, Roger!
The only thing between Batman and a bucket of is the bucket. But everything I touch turns to gold.
Oh yeah, Big Shot? Then what about the Fantastic Four?
Be a team.
A team? I don't know what's worse, this game or the fact you screwed Jack Kirby out of the royalties.
He died penniless.
I guess you don't know when to quit.
Say what you want, but you can't argue with this fact. Superman games stink. Each game is actually worse than the next. You can actually smell the stench coming off of the screen. Thank God that Siegel and Schuster aren't alive to see what's happened to their beloved Man of Steel. Eddie, the Bob Kane phenomenon. I've said some not too nice things about you, and about Batman, and about DC, and about your wife. But right here, on digital cable and limited markets, I want to say, I'm sorry. In closing, I'll make mine Marvel, and sometimes DC. Goodbye, everybody. I also want to apologize to these people. So this is Batman. What the The Joker? The Joker, you think that Yeah, what the The Lizard, that's a good villain. The Vulture, that's a good villain. That's a good razor.
Wow.
Those guys are so clearly in love.
From Superman 64 to Aquaman, the history of comic book superhero-based games is full to overflowing with crap. But on special, rare occasions, the subject matter has been handled well. And for a look at those magnificent occasions, we go to the one, the only, Roger, the Stan Lee Experience.
We tried to get Stan Lee for this segment, but he wouldn't accept our friendship on MySpace. Or we didn't try. But we got the sixth best thing. It's Roger, the Stan Lee Experience. He's not Stan Lee, but an incredibly inaccurate performance.
So, I'm working late, trying to finish Howard the Duck number 22, the one where he gets testicular cancer. And I'm banging away at Jack Kirby's wife and choking myself at the same time, until finally I pass out from autoerotic asphyxiation. That's how I came up with the ending for the Infinity Gauntlet. Shut up! Hello, friends. I'm Roger, the Stan Lee Experience. And I'm here to interrupt this little Spider-Man dog and bony show to bring you Roger the Stan Lee Experience's favorite comic book video games. Not including Spider-Man, of course. My cash cow! All right, let's get right to it. First up is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Look at all my little creations running around, learning to work as a team. It's just like Jack Kirby and I envisioned all those years ago. And when I say Jack and I envisioned, I mean I envisioned. Ultimate Alliance is a good game to play with a friend. Jack and I never had anything like this when we were younger. All we had was his wife, and believe me, she was more than enough fun.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to number 1, let's look at some number 2. Superman Returns the game. They should have called it Superman Returns the The only thing that returned for me was my vomit spewing out of my mouth. Up, and away! Now, unlike anything DC's published in the last 38 years, let's get to something actually good. My favorite game of all time, The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. This is a good game. The storyline, top-notch. It's as open-ended as a weekend bender with Ditko's coked-up male prostitute friend. Allegedly. What could be more orgasmic than playing as the Hulk and smashing? Here's how I play Ultimate Destruction. By pretending I'm the Hulk and everything else is Bob Kane. Take that, Bob Kane. Batman's a piece of you cheap Zorro knockoff. You, Bob Kane, you unoriginal prick. Well, the clock on Koibi's wife's ass can only mean one thing. It's time to wrap this up and make another billion. I'm Roger the Stanley Experience. Make mine Marvel. Excelsior! Enough said. Bob Kane.